If you are someone who aspires to become a better version of himself and is ready to face his inner demons, watch out and pay close attention. Many individuals are often quick to point out others' shortcomings but seem to overlook their own red flags. This mindset prevents them from recognizing and addressing their personal challenges, hindering their journey towards self-improvement and personal growth. This results in a life lacking direction, purpose, and self-awareness, leaving you feeling stuck and unfulfilled. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you want to uncover the 10 red flags that are coming in your way of self-improvement, all you need to do is pay attention and watch this video all the way through. By the end of this video, you will have practical solutions to overcome your inner struggles and the mindset that is holding you back. So, let's start. Number 10. Uncontrolled anger. We all experience moments of anger. However, when anger becomes a frequent visitor and escalates beyond our control, it's time to pause and take notice of your red flag. Firstly, uncontrolled anger can harm not only ourselves, but also those around us. The inability to manage anger effectively often stems from underlying issues, such as stress, frustration, or unresolved emotions. But what's even more concerning is when this anger leads to lashing out over small things, potentially escalating into violence. This behavior is a major red flag because it can result in unhealthy actions, strained relationships, and emotional turmoil. It signifies that your need for control is prioritized over your emotional well-being and the well-being of those in your life. Number 9. Constantly giving benefit of doubt. At first glance, constantly giving people the benefit of the doubt might seem like a noble trait, reflecting kindness and understanding. However, when this habit is taken to extremes, it may signal deeper concerns. The truth is, consistent benefit of the doubt granting often has its roots in a fear of conflict or confrontation. It can indicate a hesitancy to assert ourselves or express our true feelings. Instead, we opt to overlook issues, generously giving others the benefit of the doubt even when our instincts tell us something isn't quite right. So, how can you tell if this is a red flag for you? It's a simple question to ask. Do I frequently find myself in situations where I feel taken advantage of or disrespected? If you regularly find yourself in circumstances where you're not being treated well, it's a clear sign that it's time to reevaluate. This pattern may suggest that your inclination to give the benefit of the doubt has become a detriment to your well-being and boundaries. Number 8. Your worth is determined by validation. We all appreciate a bit of praise and recognition from time to time, and there's nothing wrong with seeking a little validation from others. However, when your entire self-worth hinges on what others think of you, it can lead to some serious issues. The constant requirement of validation often stems from a deep need for approval and acceptance, which can be rooted in past experiences, upbringing, or even societal pressure. You might become overly sensitive to criticism, which can be paralyzing and lead to anxiety and low self-esteem. This isn't just an unhealthy way to evaluate your self-worth, it can also be exhausting for others who have to walk on eggshells around you. Recognizing this pattern is crucial, as it presents an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. Number 7. You lack the idea of individuality. If you struggle to understand that your partner's having a different opinion or preference than yours is not a threat, you need to work on yourself. It essentially means that you have unrealistic expectations about relationships. You might believe that being in a partnership requires complete alignment in every aspect of life, from hobbies to opinions to life goals. But that's not how healthy relationships work. In reality, relationships are a beautiful blend of togetherness and individuality. While sharing common interests and values is crucial, maintaining your unique identity and pursuing personal desires and ambitions are equally important. Expecting your partner to be your clone can stifle the essence of what makes each of you unique. Number 6. You have an avoidant attachment style. Having an avoidant attachment style means you're not entirely comfortable getting emotionally close to others, and you tend to put your independence ahead of deep emotional connections in relationships. If this sounds like you, it can be tough to let your guard down, even with those you're close to. While being independent is a great trait, having an extreme avoidant attachment style can make it hard to form and sustain meaningful bonds with others. It might also leave your partner feeling a bit confused as you unintentionally give off mixed signals of affection. These attachment styles often develop as a defense mechanism, usually in response to early life experiences. It's a way of protecting yourself from the fear of rejection or emotional pain. You might have learned to suppress your emotional needs and become self-reliant to avoid vulnerability. Number 5. Obsessive Control. We all experience moments when we want things to go our way, but when this desire becomes a constant urge, it's essential to take a step back and reflect. Consistently attempting to dictate others' decisions or prioritizing your desires over what's generally best for them raises a red flag. This controlling behavior often originates from a deep-seated fear of uncertainty and insecurity, underpinned by the mistaken belief that exerting control over everything and everyone will guarantee our safety and happiness. However, it's crucial to realize that such behavior can be toxic. Whether it's trying to control what people wear, where they go, or who they spend time with, these actions are clear indicators of this behavior. Rather than addressing the underlying emotional issues, the need for control often becomes a misguided coping mechanism. Finding a balance between control and letting go is not only essential for your well-being, but also vital for the health of your relationships. In life, sometimes it's wiser to enjoy the journey rather than clutch the steering wheel too tightly. Number 4. Not speaking in fear of conflict. Avoiding conflict might seem like a way to maintain harmony, but it can actually pave the way for more significant issues in the future. When you suppress your needs or concerns, they tend to accumulate in your subconscious, giving rise to feelings of resentment and frustration. These unresolved emotions can cause anxiety and stress and impede personal growth. The fear of conflict often originates from a deep-seated fear of rejection or confrontation. Early in life, you might have learned to associate conflict with negative outcomes, leading to the habit of avoiding it altogether. It's undoubtedly a major red flag because it perpetuates continuous dissatisfaction. When you fail to communicate what's bothering you, those issues continue to bother you silently. Eventually, when you can no longer bear the weight of unaddressed concerns, they may surface in a destructive manner. And it's unfair to let it all out at once on someone when timely communication could have prevented it. Number 3. You lack a sense of partnership. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable to acknowledge that everything you do has an impact on your partner's quality of life. If you find yourself struggling to see relationships as cooperative endeavors where both parties contribute, communicate openly, and provide support, it may be a red flag. You see, maintaining a healthy balance is key to successful relationships. It's not just about individuality. A strong sense of partnership is equally vital. It's essential to understand that while individuality can make you more appealing to your partner, it's the sense of partnership that creates a sustainable cycle of love and support. To put it simply, prioritize individuality when it comes to aspects like personality, values, and personal choices such as your career. However, give precedence to partnership when making decisions that affect both individuals, such as choosing a home or a neighborhood. Finding this balance is key to nurturing healthy, lasting relationships. Number 2. You do not understand boundaries. Boundaries serve as the emotional and psychological fences that define our personal space and needs. They are the bedrock of respectful and harmonious relationships. When you struggle to assert your own boundaries or respect those of others, it can give rise to resentment, frustration, and in extreme cases, even emotional or physical harm. If you struggle to respect other people's boundaries, it might be because you lack empathy or have an excess focus on your own needs and desires. If it is for yourself, it can originate from an overwhelming desire to please others at any cost or a lack of understanding about your own needs and limits. Sometimes it might be linked to a history of having your own personal boundaries violated in the past. It's essential not to perceive anyone else's boundaries as a personal offense. Similarly, when your healthy boundaries inadvertently upset someone on a personal level, it's crucial not to blame yourself. Developing and maintaining clear, respectful boundaries is an essential skill for building and preserving healthy relationships. Number 1. Toxic behavior is bad only in public. This is the red flag that tops all others. It means that you might be tolerating or enabling toxic behavior in private, and only when it becomes visible to others do you acknowledge it. This inconsistency suggests a potential misalignment between your private values and your public image. In simpler terms, it might indicate that you prioritize your public image over your personal well-being. This inconsistency could be driven by fear of judgment or a desire to maintain a certain image in public. You might worry about what others will think of you if they see you condoning or participating in toxic behavior. However, It's essential to recognize that condoning toxic behavior in private is also problematic. To make sure you are in that situation, you need to ask yourself, do I find myself tolerating or excusing toxic behavior in private, even if I know it's wrong? Do I feel ashamed or irritated when others witness or comment on the toxic behavior? These reflections can help you recognize and address this inconsistency. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.